All right, we just got a package from FedEx. It's the OutEquip 12 volt 10,000 BTU AC. So yeah, let me take this out of the box. All right, here it is. Got the black one. I'm gonna have to route the wire inside back to the main hole. All right, let's get this installed. All right, so I'm gonna take the cover off, route the wire to the center of the hole so I don't have to drill another hole in the roof. So yeah, let me go ahead and take the all these screws off here. All right, I got the top cover off. So I'm probably gonna reroute the wire this way along here, cut a hole right here, and then straight down. So let me take the cover off right here and see what we're working with. Alrighty, so I'm gonna take this fuse block off. I can take this off. Okay, so okay. All right. Now we just gotta feed the wires back in. Okay, now just have to put this back in place. Let's put the fuse block back on. So I am going to take the HVAC tape and seal these this hole that I just created to run the power cord down. So I'm gonna put the since I rerouted the wire, I'm putting all the screws back on, closing the cap. Don't want to strip these out, so I'm gonna start it by hand, make sure it goes in, and then use my drill. So today I'm gonna install the AC on top, and I got my template measured out. So my template is going to be 14.25 by 11.25, and this is about 2 inches between the rib of the roof to the first the cut line. I'm gonna drill. This is a center, so I'm gonna drill from inside, and I'm gonna take the template up to the top and then go from there. Wish me luck. All right, here we go. Take the template up. All right, so I got the area that I'm cutting out contained up there. So now I'm gonna go up to the roof, bring my template up, trace out the line with the Sharpie, and then start cutting. Some pallet holes. Because there are ribs on the roof of the ProMaster van, I am putting on this adapter on first and then putting on the gasket on top of it. So I got the hole cut 14.25 by 11.25. Put the roof vent adapter on there, and then put the seal, the gasket that's provided, and then let seal it all the way around, just letting it dry right now, and then I'll go ahead and drop this right here. Alright guys, I got the AC installed. As you can see, there's the leveling block on the back, and don't have the drain line covered up, so this is good. I'm gonna start it up, and you can see how loud it is. It's gonna be on the turbo mode. Alrighty, so I'm inside the van, and this is at a turbo mode, and this is how loud it is. Okay, let's take a look at the daytime performance. This is the toughest test that I could give this air conditioner. The van was parked in direct Arizona sunlight, with outside temperature reaching 110 degrees. When I started the test at 11:15 in the morning, the inside of the van was already reached 120 degrees. That's the reality of leaving a cargo van sitting in the desert sun. As you can see from the graph, the AC worked hard and brought the temperature down from 122 to about 108 over the next couple of hours. That's a 14-degree drop, which is definitely an improvement. However, once the outside temperature climbed around 110, the air conditioner simply couldn't keep up with the amount of heat entering the van through the windows. By 4 p.m., the interior temperature actually started climbing again, reaching 112 degrees, even though the AC was still running. This tells me that in extreme Arizona summer conditions, a 10,000 BTU 12-volt rooftop air conditioner isn't powerful enough to cool a large high-roof van while parked in direct sunlight. I want to be clear though, this is an extreme worst case scenario. Most people won't camp in full sun during the hottest part of the day, but if you are buying one of these units, I think it's important to know exactly what to expect. Now let's look at the nighttime results, and honestly, this is where the AC really starts to shine. So I began this test around 8:45 p.m. with the inside of the van still at 108 from baking sun all day long, and the outside temperature gradually dropped from 100 to 91 degrees. The air conditioner continuously cooled the interior. So within about 2.5 hours, the inside temperature dropped from 108 all the way down to 79. That's almost a 30-degree reduction. So at this point, the van became comfortable enough to relax or sleep inside. So this tells me that once the sun goes down and the van is no longer absorbing massive amount of solar heat, the AC has no problem keeping up. So for overnight camping, evening trips, or moderate climates, I think the AC performs much better than it does during the hottest part of the day. Before I wrap up, I want to talk about something that's just as important as the AC itself, and that's insulation and window covers. A lot of people think that adding insulation alone will solve the heat problem, but that's not really how it works. Insulation helps slow down heat transfer through the walls and ceilings, but it doesn't help heat from coming through the windows. The biggest issue during my daytime test wasn't just the 110-degree outside temperature. It was the greenhouse effect. Sunlight passes through the glass, heats up everything inside the van, the seats, cabinets, floor, walls, and other materials, and then the heat gets trapped inside. The inside of the van becomes like an oven. That's exactly why my van reached over 120 degrees before I even turned the AC on. Even though I have 1-inch thin insulation throughout the van, the windows are still the weakest point. They let in tons of radiant heat. That's why I think insulated window covers are one of the best upgrades you can make by blocking the sunlight before it enters the van. If I were to repeat this exact test using insulated window covers on every window, especially the windshield, I would expect noticeably better daytime performance because the AC wouldn't be trying to remove as much heat. So my recommendation isn't to buy a bigger AC. I would start by reducing the amount of heat entering the van, adding quality window covers, park in the shade whenever possible, and use a lot of insulation throughout the build. Well, I think this AC does exactly what it's designed to do. Performs well at night and in more moderate conditions, but in direct Arizona sun, there's no 10,000 BTU rooftop unit is going to completely overcome the amount of heat entering a large cargo van. I hope these real-world tests help set realistic expectations if you're considering one for your own van build. If you found this review helpful, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe for more, and let me know in the comments what other tests you'd like to see. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.